want to say something. Roping failure is a reason on the Nick Jr. Pink Love Bunny hijack. Not only because the subject matter was handled poorly, but because the creative creepypasta massive piece of shit. So yes, all credits go to the creator, no credits go yeah, all credits go to the creator of this retake, no credits to the person who made it. But now, let's begin the narration of this story. I would rather have my eyes gouged out than to interact with you for even a few more seconds of my short life. I'll be fine. To those who aren't or that came across my post, you may be wondering what I'm talking about. What kind of LOL I'm harboring. I want to clarify before I go further in that you don't know what you're in for just yet. I'm positive nobody will want to see it, but I'm not keeping my lips sealed for her any longer. Lovely Bunny is a person I no longer associate with, among my friends for good reason. After everything she's done, I hate her with such a burning passion that it eats away at me now. She's the sole reason why I left the Nick Jr. fandom. The reason I have extreme trust issues with people now. The reason people I like is pounding their desk whenever they simply think of rabbit. And she had the gall to come back under another old begging for approval last night. I'm not having it. I didn't think I had to make this, considering that her apology is horrible enough for people to not trust her anymore. But since she still won't leave us alone, I'll have to rub her nose in it. We met Lovely Bunny in a small Google Plus for a few years back. Her account wasn't very well known at the time due to YouTube basically forcing to get one after obtaining a YouTube channel. She already wasn't fun to be around, but we stuck around because we thought she simply had bad social skills. She was admittedly a pretty good artist. Most times drawing this King Bunny character meant to personify her. We were all over Nick Jr. stuff, especially Lovey, who styled the rabbit character after one of the bumpers from the programming block. Eventually, we started to notice how off the rails she was becoming. For starters, she'd yell at someone if they dared to make a joke she didn't understand, or if they talked over her by accident for just a small moment. She occasionally posted gore of her character she felt ever so slightly stressed about simple situations. But for some reason, she didn't catch on yet. Likely because she also ran out to make Nickelodeon war content. Her YouTube channel showed plenty of video content, as they're called now, that were silly edited and cliched the premises, like SpongeBob suicide, to give an example, despite the fact that she incorporated that wavy static effect on every single video pasta she made. They had some decent artwork done. That wasn't all she did, though. Looking back on her channel, half of it was pretty exploitative. She did certain she did certain comic dubs of some feature of persona learning or in the uncomfortable situations when you junior characters. I do recall one of them featuring Blue from Blue's Clues in a barely anthropomorphic style, having to solve a pink-colored clue without stealing the house, eventually leading to her making out with Lovey Bunny's own Steve. My friend group consisted of minors at the time, one of them being me. May I remind you, and most of us were viewers of her channel. She was 25. Here's how right now, you know. a week passed. Bugs Bunny posted one final video before the video was soon taken down. Knox Event was the title. Don't know why she named it that, but it was odds on that she made that title in an attempt to come off as mysterious and harrowing. You know those apology videos on modern day YouTube that squander and often defeat the purpose of what they're uploading for? Compared to those, which are quite silly, hence why they're criticized, this is a new low, made entirely to strike fear. When the video started, we were greeted by a photo of a sheet of paper showcasing a really old sketch of Lovey Bunny's OC, as if she drew it at a really young age, topped off with a long, uncomfortable moment of silence. It wasn't dead silence, as we could hear the sound of a drum band and deep breaths coming from her. The silence was interrupted with her son's roaring laughter, the pounding of some object, the breaking of glass. The photo transformed into a video of her hands tearing apart a piece of paper being crumpled up between her fingers. She finally stomped on the piece of paper with each stomp, an animated lens of Lovey Bunny's OC popped up. The more stomps she put in, the more lips connected together. Then she formed into a transparent gif of Lovey Bunny shivering while tugging on her ears. The gif would duplicate itself all over the screen until the video of her stomping was unclear. All of the Lovey Bunnies rip off their ears from the fierce tugging, and the view slowly fades to black and white. Cuts were very fast slideshows as they could have she's ever done. Some of them were unblurred NSFW not safe for work artwork, faced with swears, insults, and even slurs. The audio sounded like she grabbed the soundbite of people falling in hellfire, mixed it with her bloody, screaming bloody murder over her mic. For the entire slideshow, she was desperately, and I mean desperately, trying to make the viewers pity for her. She didn't even try to defend herself. Not that I want to, or not that I want her to anyway. In the background while she was talking, I could make out Taken sobbing out loud. You wanted me to speak up. Then I'll speak up. I hope you like what I have to say. I stare in my mirror every goddamn day and contemplate in putting a nail file in me. Putting my nail file in me. I've done nothing but project my depression on just like an idiot. And I can't even go on one day without people telling me to chew dirt now. I hate me, my art, my disgusting arrogant parents, myself, oh friends, all of it. I hope you're all happy now, because I want to pump my brain full of lead. All I want is to die now, and I know you really, really fucking want that. But you should know by now I can't. Now they're sleeping next to me every night. Do you think anyone would come to my funeral? Or lay flowers at all? I will look in my coffin anyway! The slideshow stopped then on an animation of her OC, pulling up her eyelids while shrieking to the heavens above. Maggots crawled under her sockets and infested her body second by second. Her fur getting oilier and more unkempt. The audio was smashing her keyboard while howling at the top of her lungs. And I swear to God, I heard Taken crying out for her to stop. Literally 1 second before the non-veg finished. As expected, people in the comments knew what she was pulling and didn't feel bad for her in the slightest. In fact, very rarely did I come across one telling her to go through with offing herself. Very rarely did I come across one telling her to go through killing herself. Most, if not all of them, were users begging her to get away from her sister, calling her an irredeemable monster. The replies I would expect on a video like this. Call me crazy if you want, but I'm in need of help myself to face lost cause of a person off of this already horrible enough planet. Well, no one has the audacity to try making us feel bad for this long, especially after